When you mentioned Stella McCartney, it sort of clicked because I study fashion at university. So I thought, this is definitely for me, someone that I know, because only my close friends and family know about my fashion design.
It's a beautiful design, but it's not on a particularly good piece of paper.
At college we started doing a project as soon as we got there, and we always used to do lots of sketches in our sketchbooks. We also did them on just loose pieces of paper. And at college they give us sort of newspaper type things, really thin grey paper, and it's horrible to draw on. But I think I've drawn a design on that, and it is my favourite one out of the 5 that I did. And it is on just the worst paper ever.
For this design to work, it couldn't be something that you could wear because you need to be bigger on the hip.
No, they're right. It was based on the Guggenheim Museum, and it had all sort of had a big skirt and a big sort of bodice type thing. So you needed a sort of hourglass figure to fit into it, and that's what I drew. So you did need sort of wider body to fit into it.
Is your dad still with us this side of life, my love? I've got to ask this because I'm getting this feeling, there's this very strong male feeling here who's trying to come in on this connection.
My dad, who died a few months ago, and there was been a lot of things going on within the family, so it kind of made sense what he said about putting myself first instead of thinking about the family all the time.
He's tried now over the course of the last 3 months to show you twice already that he understands what you're thinking.
I've heard a couple of sort of bumps and like lights flickering, but because my mum always said if the lights flicker, then that's it. And I've always thought, she's sure. I've heard a couple of bumps, but I try to sort of just dismissed it because I thought it might be the cat or something. But I never thought that that was what it was. So I'll probably listen more carefully now that I know that.
It is all right for you to think of what you need first.
Okay.
And pursue your dream.
It's nice to know that he knows what's going on. He's telling me to look out for myself, which is, now that I think about it, it's what I should have been doing. But to hear it, I'll put it into practice now.
I want to come up here with someone to understand a gentleman, Terry or Tony, that had, I feel I'm going to be talking about like a pay packet that like got accidentally torn up or chewed up. I want to going back quite a long time ago, and I'm seeing a black and white mongrel dog involved in this. If I'm not here, I'm right up the top. Thank you, sweetheart. Right up the top. I knew that I was in this block over here. Please, can you understand this thing about this pay packet that got chewed up or ripped up? And for some reason, there seems to be this very strong impression of this black and white mongrel dog involved in it.
Yeah, I think that was my dad.
Right, okay. Can you also place the reason why I'm getting this impression of the name of Terry or Tony?
Tony was my dad.
Right, okay. Our fella here has given me the feeling, my love, is that unless they're actually growing naturally, he's not wild about flowers. And he's just saying to me, will you actually make sure that no more bleeding flowers are put out for him?
Yeah.
All right? Put some bulbs in, yeah, but don't put any more flowers out for me.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Where is he taking, my darling? Where he's actually taking me? And he's taking me to a window ledge, and I'm seeing loads and loads and loads of pots of like vitamins and minerals and all these sort of things, like these health supplements.
Well, probably mine.
And they're on the windowsill, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right, can I just actually tell you something, my love? I mean, I know this, but he's just actually shown me. By actually putting them in the sunlight, you've actually destroyed any value that they've got for you anyway. All right. My love, what on earth do you keep old stockings and old tights for?
I've got quite a few, actually.
Because he's just actually telling me that there's a drawer full of old stockings and tights.
I've got a lot.
He's a bit of a joker, all right, but he's telling me you've got this drawer full of old stockings and tights. He said, will you tell her, for God's sake, throw them away? All right. Because the strange thing is showing me, you've only got a tiny little mark in a pair of tights or a stocking, and you won't wear them again.
No.
But you keep them.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Lovely, lovely fella. He just wanted to come through and make sure you and his people know that he's okay. What he's telling me to tell you to eat some more spinach for, I do not know.
He's always telling me to eat more.
Okay, all right then. I'll leave his love with you, darling. God bless.
I knew it was my dad. As soon as he said Tony, I just knew. When he said about a wage slip, a wage packet with a dog, I can remember being quite young and my dad telling us the story about a wage packet getting eaten or ripped up. Then the flowers, he said about the flowers. I do put fresh and artificial flowers on the grave, but I don't look after them, where he always used to put bulbs down. So when he said about the bulbs, keep with the bulbs, I know I've got to do that now. It was a wonderful experience. Felt very, very close again to my dad. I just felt that he was in there with me. It was wonderful. Scary, but very good, buzzing feeling.
Mr. Stockwell, would you like to pick first?
Well, I have to say I'm a little scared, really.
Would you understand about a young lady found passed in rather unusual or strange circumstances?
This strong sense of grief and trying to move on successfully now with your life.
For the very first time on a British stage, will you please welcome, working together, Colin and Tony.
What Tony and I are going to try and do now is to try and do a little experiment with you to show you the difference between what is working mediumistically when we're working with the spirit world and spirit connections, and when we're working just on the psychic vibration. Now, to do this, we need some volunteers. Not yet. So this is the point where you put your hands up. Not yet.
Because you need to be afraid, you need to be very afraid, because we may reveal things about you that have been locked in the closet.
So this is the point where you put your hands up. Now! Mr. Stockwell, would you like to pick first?
Well, I have to say I'm a little scared, really. But who do I feel's got a past? Something I can unravel, have a little poke around in. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lady. You're right there, darling. In my view, you're in black and your hands as high. Yes, you're waving at me, darling. You're mine. Just over here, okay?
I am feeling very strangely drawn to the lady that's waving both hands, so I think I'm going to go for her. Could you stand up for me, sweetheart? Thank you. Okay. What I'm going to try and do with you is I'm going to try and do an aura reading with you, which means I'm going to look at your aura and I'm going to see what I can sense in it and what I can see in it. The first thing I'm going to say, I'm going to do a little bit of colour therapy with you to start off with. The colours that you've chose to wear tonight are most unusual for you. I get the feeling that you normally go for much more bright and vibrant colours. It's very interesting that you've gone for brown, because in fact actually brown emanates what you've got in your aura at the moment. All right? Now, as I look at your aura, don't be worried about that. All right? It doesn't mean you're dirty. What it means is that you're desperately trying to seek to earth yourself at the moment. All right? What I would say is that you've gone through a period of very flighty times when you haven't been able to fix yourself to one thing or the other. All right? Does that make sense to you? Yeah. You've decided that you want a period in your life with much more stability.
Definitely.
All right? Okay. I'm going to take you back 4 years and 4 months, because that shows me that that is the period where your period of instability started. Yeah? That makes sense to you. I know it does, because I can see it in your aura, my love. The aura tells a psychic more or less everything about a person. That's all I have to say to you at the moment. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
God bless.